Thank you for joining us today for the Log On and Learn with Ronnie Town. She is the Senior External Affairs Manager at Atlantic City Electric, and Nicholas Jackson. He is the Outreach Account Manager at TRC Implementation, Nicholas?
Companies, yep.
Companies. And, you know, all businesses in their operating costs have electricity. And so Nicholas and Ronnie are going to help us learn how to be more efficient with that. And apparently there's some programs that our business members can apply for savings as well. Is that right?
Sure is.
All right. So Ronnie, do you want to start us off? Tell us what is going on that's exciting in electricity at Atlantic City Electric.
So folks who don't know me, I've been around Atlantic City Electric for 38 years. I'm the External Affairs Manager. As Missy said, in Cape May Courthouse, I'm your local face. So what I'm here to talk to you, which is very exciting, and I think most of you probably have your meters already, but it just energy network. And then Nicholas is going to be talking about the energy efficiency programs. So next slide, please. So like I said, we're building a smarter energy grid, and it's going to better serve our customers. And during the initial phase, we have already started upgrading our local energy grid with new technology and equipment to create this smart infrastructure. The key element of this network is installing new smart meters for our customers, which will be completed in our 8 counties by mid-2024. As I said, most of the Wildwoods have had their meters installed, but I wanted to talk more about the program, the benefits that it will have. These upgrades will enhance reliability, improve resiliency of energy service, and support new tools and programs to help save money and energy, and help lay the groundwork for New Jersey's exciting clean energy future. Smart meters will also be able to efficiently integrate to our new energy technologies, such as solar energy, energy efficiency programs, and electrical vehicles. Next slide. So let's talk about some of the benefits of the smart energy network. For me, I'm involved with emergency management all the time. So enhanced network reliability with faster and more efficient power restoration efforts for our customers' homes and businesses, following more frequent weather events driven by climate change will be better. And let me explain how that will be. With our energy efficiency programs, they'll be tied into a separate piece, but the smart energy network, we're going to be able to know that you're out of service. We know when about 500 customers or more are out of service, but we don't know when the individual streets are out or your individual businesses are out. So you have to call in. We'll know when you're out of service, so we'll have faster restoration. Another piece that we'll be talking about is we'll also know, like, second homeowners don't know they're out of service. Sometimes they call in to report that they're out of service. We send a truck roll out to the property, and then we find out that the customer's in service. We'll be able to ping these customers and know that they are in service or out of service, and then we can reduce unnecessary truck rolls to places that already have their service restored. So you're going to have better energy service through upgraded technology that improves energy usage, reading, and billing operations, and nearly eliminates the need for estimated billing. And I know that's a concern for a lot of folks. So what we'll talk about is this system will just be secured. We'll only be getting the meter information and also the kilowatt usage that you'll be using. It won't have any names associated with your business or your home. It'll go straightly to our own internet system of our own. It's not internet tied to anybody else. It's just a fiber system that's very secured. As you know, being in the electric industry, we have to have very tight firewalls, and this will be something that will be the same. So we'll also have improved bill management tools and new online features that will enable customers to view their daily and hourly energy usage trends to help them save money and use energy more efficiently. And what that does is, and that ties into the program that Nicholas will be talking into, but it will be able that folks will be able to know how much you're using during the day. Now you have to wait for 30 days after your bill is there and you find out how much you use. You can even have text alerts that will tell you that, hey, you're using too much energy, you might want to think about conserving. So it'll help folks save, you know, not only know their usage, but they'll save on their bills too and save money. And again, this is easy integration of new clean technologies, including solar, battery storage is the future, and also transportation, electrical vehicles. Next slide, please. So a smart meter, some folks are asking, what does that mean? It's the automatic meter, or AMI. It's an electronic meter with technology that records daily energy usage to help customers take better control of their energy costs. And I talked about those benefits on the last slide. Smart meters securely communicate with our central operations facility, providing real-time information about our energy service while enabling new services and benefits. Again, installation of smart meters and wireless is almost completed. Customers that have 400 amp service or more, they will be getting contacted by Atlantic City Electric to set up an appointment if you haven't had already to make sure we can install that meter. And they'll be done by our Atlantic City Electric personnel. The other smart meters were done by our contractor CCI. Again, you probably already received communications leading up to your smart meter upgrade, but this whole network system for Cape May County will be installed hopefully in the late spring, early summer next year. And you'll be able to use these features and benefits that I just talked to you about. You'll be getting notification when those benefits will be available. And for folks that need any further questions or comments about this programs, feel free to reach out to me. I go by Veronica Town on my email, and it's Veronica, VERONICA .town, TOWN, @AtlanticCityElectric.com. Feel free to reach out to me, and it was a pleasure to have this opportunity to speak to you folks. I will turn it over to Nicholas now.
Awesome. Thank you, Ronnie. And yeah, so I am on the other side of it. I'm going to speak to you guys about our energy efficiency programs. Mostly, I'm going to speak to the prescriptive and custom program. And this program is offered to all commercial accounts in the territory that are going to be doing installations of energy efficient and electric equipment. These are all going to be used for one-for-one replacements. So that is a replacement of one piece of equipment for another. And we are offering an incentive for that kind of project. And then also dual fuel technology is considered in the program. So looking at it, these are a list of examples of equipment that is incentivized within the program. And you can also see it from a list that we have on our actual website. And this is what, by prescriptive, that is what I mean by the one-for-one replacements. It is the replacement of one of these kinds of equipment for another piece of equipment that is going to be more energy efficient and will wield an incentive for it. On the other side, the custom incentives, they're non-standard, more complex pieces of equipment, and they might find themselves to be more industry specific. That the program will take under consideration based on their efficiency and offer an incentive for those pieces of equipment as well. So looking at eligibility for the program, to be eligible, you need to have a non-commercial rate class a commercial rate class or a non-residential rate class. And then the equipment that you're putting in needs to be purchased after July 1st, 2021, which is when the program was kicked off. If the equipment is purchased after that date and it has been installed, there is able to still receive an incentive for a look back of 120 days. But at the same time, most of our projects are best put through the pre-approval process, which I will speak to in a moment. For custom projects, all of the projects will need to be pre-approved, which will have the application submitted prior to installation to make sure that the incentive is going to be in hand and correct. So here's the process that we can be looking to. Like I had mentioned, all projects are eligible for a 180-day look-back period if it's already been installed. And applications are subject to a pre-inspection prior to approval if we're not using the 180-day look-back period. So once installation has begun and the final project documents are submitted, that is when the project will be looked to for payment. And so our timeline will go application, pre-approval. Once that pre-approval is submitted, you will do the installation. And after that installation will be the final paperwork and the check being cut to that customer. Certain projects will undergo an inspection either before pre-approval or after the final inspection to make sure everything has gone properly, but that is done at random.
Nicholas, what is the typical time frame between application and then the pre-approval inspection? Do you have an average time?
Yep. So between customer putting in an application, we're generally seeing pre-approval being put in between 5 and 10 business days. So within a couple of weeks, you guys should be getting that pre-approval to go ahead and go forward with your installation. And then after installation is complete, we're seeing about the same timeline between 5 and 10 business days for that post-approval and the check being cut and sent out to the customer.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Yep, absolutely. So speaking to inspections again, the first potential inspection is the pre-inspection, which would happen after application is submitted. That is really just to make sure that it hasn't already been installed and that the equipment that we're saying is being replaced that's what's actually in-house at the time. The second potential inspection is the post-inspection, which is happening right before payment, which is to make sure that the new equipment is installed, it's operational, and everything is in as we've approved on our application. So lastly is extensions and cancellations. So once your project's been pre-approved, there's an expectation that within 90 days, that project will be complete. And if there's going to be an extension needed, the customer would need to request that extension from the program. Same with the cancellation. If it comes to term that the project no longer needs to be installed, a cancellation would be sent via email just so we know that the funds are not going to be used and no longer need to be allocated.
Gotcha. Okay. And have you had is this a newer program?
Yeah, so it started in July of 2021. So it's a little over a year. We've had a lot of participation in prescriptive custom. We see a lot of lighting projects, but as well, there's a lot of opportunity for commercial kitchen equipment amongst restaurants and schools and things along those lines, as well as HVAC equipment and many other opportunities.
And do nonprofits qualify?
They do, absolutely do.
Okay.
Any space that's non-residential. So as long as it is not even what you'll see is like apartment complexes or condos, the house accounts, so the common area spaces, those are even applicable for the programs.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and that's all that I had. As far as looking forward, this is all my contact information. So that if people want to reach out and ask questions, or I work directly in the initial startups of projects. So if people want to get started and look towards having something put in, they can reach out to me directly.
Okay, great. Thank you. And Ronnie, I just have one question for you regarding, you were saying the businesses in Wildwood would be receiving, or if they haven't already received, phone calls about scheduling an appointment. And if somebody has not received a call, or if they received the call and they just didn't, they misplaced the information, is there a number where they should call, or should they just call and wait for another reach out?
They should wait for a reach out. You should be getting a letter, and then you should be making an appointment with them. But if you misplace the number, hold on, I'm trying to get the information right now. There is a number to call, and I don't have it right offhand, so sorry about that.
That's okay. We can put it in the information.
I know I have it. Oh, so the number would be 833-504-8612.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. And I want to thank both of you, Nicholas and Ronnie, for sharing this information. Like I said, everybody has an operating cost, electricity in their operating cost in any way, you know, especially with inflation and the economy the way it is, every penny counts. So if you can take advantage of any of these programs for your business, please do. Please contact Ronnie or Nicholas so that they can help you. Again, we'll post this on our website and social media. And if any of you have any questions, we'll put Ronnie and Nicholas's contact information in there as well. So please feel free to contact them if you have any questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.